Alright, welcome back to another episode of Kira. Before I try to recap the previous episodes, which I'm gonna be honest, I struggled for like 10 minutes. Even though it was not that of a long episode. But there's some things that happened in the previous episodes that make it difficult for me, I suppose. Speaking of recapping, by the way, in case you haven't watched the previous episode, I hope you do. In case there's someone who hasn't played this original novel, because I'm gonna get into something very terrible that happened to a certain person. Very unfortunately. So, Kirari disappeared for quite a bit of time, and we started to get worried. So we called every friend possible that's also friends with Karate, and they got nothing up until we called the manager of the restaurant we used to work at. And he told us that Karate is changing jobs, apparently. So, thanks to finding out that, we went to Karate's house for the first time, I believe. Properly, like in front of her door and everything, and we talked to her about it. And in the middle of all the talking, she wanted to break up with us because of our very bad situation, but Majima did not give up and said some things and in turn she said, "I'll think about it." That's good. Besides that, Kawayaka Shiwara was very boring and she was very encouraging us to be for her as much as possible. But she didn't need you, of course we will be for her. That's why wouldn't it be? Oh, and Majima has been thinking a lot and said that Kirari should go back to singing. Which, later than that, led to us talking to both Tonoya and Murakami about it. And it seems like we're gonna be forming a band together, all four of us. Until we got a call from Kirari's mother. She said that Kirari's in the hospital and she is very badly burned and is on the verge of death. So we went to there. Talked to the mother for the first time. Found out a little bit more about the situation and Daddy's family. Oh, and we got a little bit of time in the hospital to talk to Kirari up until she passed away from the wounds that she had. And then we just wondrously went to the birdhouse and just staying there with a little kitten that Karate kept on feeding. Just sitting there, I don't know, just sitting there, honestly, without any sort of emotion. And then the next day hits, and it seems like we're gonna be, or not next day, who knows how much time it went past. Chapter changed. I don't know what's gonna happen now, honestly. But let's see, I suppose. Arigato! Yoink. The audience cheers back when Aki waves her hand. Our show was pretty good today. The only bad thing about the theater is that it doesn't have good air conditioning. By the way, as per usual, my recapping sucked. I'm sorry. I really am. But I'm gonna continue to do it so I could get better at it. The air conditioning anyway, so it gets really hot on the stage during summer. My t-shirt is getting heavy with my sweat. My hand is dripping with sweat trying to wipe my face. It's as if I've been rained on. I need to talk to the owner about it. I bet someone will faint on the stage someday. I keep on thinking about things like that.
Oi! 何やってるんだ! 開けるぞ!
Murakami's talking to me from the right of the stage. I'm standing alone in the dark on the stage. Sorry. I hold on to my bass and get off the stage quickly.
よし、今月のライブも終わりだ。次は来月だな。
Murakami sits holding a juice in a plastic bottle after he changed into his clothes. Yoink. So we still went and formed the band after all. Just with a different singer.
今日も黒字やね。これやったら月1回と言わず毎週できるんちゃう？
Hello, yoink. Nagi smiles in her flashy clothes, which don't look any different than her stage costume. That's pushing too much.
そう？
Wait. Who are you? Wait, maybe it's someone familiar. Maybe it's the one person that we saved, question mark, with karate? Oh, yeah. Yep. It's the very same girl we saved. You say we made money, but think about how much we pay for renting the studio. It's not enough to cover that. On top of that, we don't have enough songs to play different songs every week. And we can't make new promotional products like that. It's obvious the audience will get tired of us listening to the same songs over and over. And think about working once a month as good as it gets for us. What kind of popular band are we to have a show every week?
分かっとんねんけどな。ちょっと言うてみただけやんか。でも理想としてはアルバイトなんかせえへんでバンドだけして食っていけるようになりたいな。
Aki says.
もう働くの嫌や。うち労働ってどうも性に合わへん。
その発言、社会不適格者丸出しだな。
Murakami smiles. I can relate to that.
日頃の辛いアルバイトがあるからバンドが一層楽しいんだよ。肉体労働の後のビールみたいなもんだ。
アル中になってもええからビールだけ飲んで生きていきたいな。
Aki frowns.
まあええわ。とにかく飯食い行こう。腹減った。
Oh yeah, now just a matter as well. Didn't Karada give her the slippers just because she wasn't very anything as well? I think she did.
ちょっと待てよ。今日は出演者で打ち上げがあるって。
パスやパス。打ち上げ嫌いって知ってるやんか。
知ってるけど我慢してくれよ。いつもうちらのバンドだけ打ち上げ参加しないからリーダーの俺としては肩身が狭くってさ。だからたまには。
いやいや。
She denies Murakami's request simply and completely.
他のバンドの人と飲むとイライラすんねん。精神衛生上悪いからよしとくわ。
Damn.
楽屋では平気で話してるじゃんか。
ライブハウス以外では付き合いたくないね。あんた一人で行ってきたらいいやん。
Aki grabs her bag and stands up.
ケイタ、オカジ、あんたらも一緒に食べ行く？
ああ、俺は今日はこれから用があって。
Ada, the drummer, says apologetically. Wait, what?
今日は無理。
Well, I'm not surprised to see you given that stage showed your shape, I guess. I don't. Weird thing to say, but I know, but I don't know. Akaji, who plays keyboard, shakes his head, and I guess Tony declined. So this karate passed away, I suppose.
そうか。
I will get an explanation. I hope so, at least. She nods like she doesn't care.
じゃあ一人でラーメンでも食いに行くかな。あんたはどうせ断るやろ。村上に付き合ったらええよ。
She walks out of the dressing room.
相変わらず大変な人だね。
A guy from our band smiles bitterly and Murakami scratches his head. I feel sorry for Murakami, but I won't go to the after party since I have something to do. I'm cutting down on drinking lately since my stomach is not in good shape even if I didn't have anything to do. It's better not to go if I'm not going to drink with them. They'll split the check anyway, so I don't want to pay for what I didn't drink. I go back to my apartment. I'm living in a big city, but my apartment is in an area where rent is not high. So my neighbors are foreign people and retired old people. The stairs to the second floor are located outside of the building, and the steps are too far apart and smaller than usual stems. The railing is old and the paint is coming off. It's covered with rust, so don't feel like touching it. There's no light, so it's really dark. A woman with high heels shouldn't go up the stairs. These stairs. Well, they shouldn't be walking into this area at night, period. It's not safe. When I walk up these old stairs making creaking noises, I see my room in front of the hallway. I feel relaxed to come back to my own room, even though the apartment is old and dirty. I suck putting down my bags and iron equipment. Living like a true rocker. I turn on the power on my laptop and open my email. Dear Jenny, how are you? I'm doing just fine. It's been 5 years already since we graduated. Oh. This is a long time for young people like us. Everybody who complained about our teachers in the classrooms must have graduated from universities and working in front of computers in huge business buildings wearing suits by now. For me, I'm as usual, not doing anything. It's been a while, so I'll explain what I've been doing lately. I'm working every day and play at least once a month in theaters. As a matter of fact, I just got back from a gig. The name of our band is Happy Cycle Mania. It's a strange name, more coming from the liquor shop named it since he's the leader of our band. Oh, so then some songs should appear in that catalog in the gallery later, maybe. It won't tell us the meaning of the name, but I'm pretty sure it's his wish that he wants to sell his family's liquor shop and start a bicycle shop. He was totally into cycling at one point of his life. But anyway, I'm feeling the coldness of our society when I live poorly, not having a stable job. I asked the owner of our old apartment to fix the water leaks because I can't pay it for myself.
なら他の人に貸す。
Okay, gush about his grandfather. He gave me the cold shoulder. I didn't have the money to call a plumber, so I fixed it myself with duct tape. That's a song about the guitar player not being able to rent a room. And same thing goes for the bass player too. What an awful room I live in. There's not a single ray of light that comes into this room. I've heard of worms living with a single guy, but when the room is this humid, the worms are not the only things I live with. Oy. Not only mold, but slugs invite themselves into my room. And I found a strange looking mushroom on a post the other day. The only thing I could do is laugh when I found it. I took some pictures of it with my cell phone. But it wasn't enough, so I cooked it. I guess cooking sounds too much, but the unknown mushroom into instant miso soup. It smelled like regular miso soup and it didn't smell like anything bad. But I didn't have the guts to eat it myself. So I called Murakami to come over. As you know, he has very strong body regardless of his naive heart. So I made him eat it with what could possibly eat a poisonous mushroom.
飯おごってくれるんだって
Yes. Murakami came over happily, so I told him somebody gave me expensive foreign mushroom. My plan was to drink him to eat it, but when I saw Murakami being extremely happy when he heard me say expensive, I felt guilty about it. He took the chopsticks.
うまそうだな。
He was about to eat it? Wait. I stopped him and told him the truth. But I wasn't underestimating Murakami. The truth didn't even bother him.
そうかそうか。正体不明のキノコか。それはいい。いい。ロックだ。これはロックだぞ。
He ate the mushroom miso soup. I was shocked. As a result, Murakami had bad diarrhea and lost 3 kilos. Now at least lost some weight. Food poisoning was too much even for Murakami. His face turned blue. I told you, this is what I thought at first. Forgetting that I was the one who made him eat it.
何これもパンクだ。
He didn't admit to it and kept going to work like that. He's still as stupid as he was then. Talk about who's stupid. Aki is the name of the vocalist in our band. She joined us 3 years ago, but when I told her about this, she totally wanted to try it.
今度生えたらうちも食べる。
Well, I guess that's one way to bond with another band member. She's serious. I said she should take laxatives if she wants to lose weight, but she said laxatives are not good for the body, so she doesn't want to. I think it's actually harming her body if she eats the mushrooms.
なんや未知のダイエット効果があるかもしれへん。
She's serious. Yoink. It's nothing like that. I just found it in my room. She kept bothering me, so I bought a bag of shimeji mushrooms at the store and gave it to her, but she said they looked weird and threw them out. That's Saki.
ロックンローラーは過去に縛られないんや。
But what do Aki and Murakami think rock is? I just don't know. Anyway, I'm surrounded by a bunch of strange and stupid people right now. Maybe I didn't have to hang out with them if I became a fresh businessman like our classmates from Obi. But it's not too bad. I'll be able to trick them to take care of me if I ever have an accident that makes me handicapped and can't work normally. So, I need to be nice to them until then. Alright, asshole. I can think positively like that lately. I guess people can get used to any kind of environment. Maybe I wrote too long? That's what's been going on lately. Archie got a job. My hand stops at the keyboard. I got a letter from Chiani yesterday. I received a few letters from her, but I've never written her back. I intend to write her back, but I always end up forgetting about it. Asshole. This time, I really need to write her back. I decided to write it today, and that's why I came back early tonight. I have never written a letter in my life. I don't think I'm good at it. I keep writing about my life and try to write something else, but I can't think of anything. I don't think I'm writing a good letter so far. Archie got a job at the welfare office. She's been talking about that. So she made her dream come true. I think that's wonderful, but I have nothing to say about it. Doesn't my life look like a joke compared to Chinny, who got a real job? I feel sad and painful for this comparison myself. So I'm feeling lost and sad. I lost my urge to continue with the letter. I'll check it again tomorrow and continue. I'll send it if I like it. If not, I don't have to send it. So I save the letter and take a shower. Then I lay in the bed. My bad trait is that my will is too weak. I lie in the bed and close my eyes to feel sleepiness taking over my body. I feel like I'm sinking into a black pond when I'm falling asleep. I think this feeling is the best feeling in my life. I never do get around to sending her the email. Of course. Kira. A few days later, it's our practice day. The studio we use for practice is located 4 stations away from my house, so I need to take a train. It's middle of the day and weekday, but there are a few young people dressing flashy. Maybe they're going to Shinjuku chatting to each other. I wondered if they are college students or part-time workers since it's time they are working at the office for businessmen out there. An old lady is taking a peek at me. Maybe she doesn't like how I dress. I'm sure I don't dress as nice as other kids. I don't look good, but I'm used to be looked at like this because I always dress like this. I am a bandsman. What can I do? It's summertime. The strong sun is burning my head and neck sitting by the window. The sun feels stronger this year, but I've seen on TV that it's getting stronger every year. Maybe the earth will dry out with heat and we will all die. I arrive at the station as I'm thinking about the world after us. I'm sweating as soon as I get out of this train station. The studio is far from the station. Why do I have to walk this distance carrying my bags under the heat of the sun? I think I'm going to say goodbye before humankind does. I think I'm a hard-working man. I work all day and I practice in my spare time like this. Musicians are called grasshoppers, but I feel like I'm living a life of ants. I didn't plan on this when I became a bandsman. But it's hard to explain why I became one. Monokami is happily playing his guitar as he greets me walking in to the studio. It's been 5 years since we started living like this, but he still gets so happy the night before a show or even a practice. I don't even think kids nowadays get that excited the day before school trip. Let's not do this during summer, it's too hot. Murakami is not listening to me. Good. He smiles.
次のライブではこれ使おうと思うんだ。
He shows me a grater? Is this a cheese grater or... It's I'm getting shown as just a grater for like every different kinds of food. Why? What are you going to do with it?
大根おろしを作るんだ。
Okay. What are you going to do with it?
食うに決まってるだろう。
Alright. Then I remember he ate a plate of curry at once on stage before. He ate snow smelling like exhaust gas as a snow cone before that. He's very successful about shocking the audience to become that quiet. He's doing it again. What a masochist. I wonder why he wants to eat food on stage like that as I start selling attack weapons. I'm not going to stop him. He should do whatever he wants to. I don't care. Okaji, who plays keyboard, opens the door right on the clock. Hey dude. He's been in our band for past 2 years. He's very quiet and doesn't talk about himself much. So I still don't know anything about him. But he has man boobs. He has no interest in people. But he's passionate about machines. He once showed me what's inside of his bag. I found strange looking metal parts sitting orderly like an example butt. He explained in details pointing at each part. Unfortunately, I don't know anything about metal and couldn't understand him. He's definitely a strange person, but he must be the most reliable person in our band since his technique is stable, and he keeps rules, and is never late. That's good. The way he's neat and serious, he may look more suited to be in a small-town city hall office wearing a jumpsuit rather than being on the stage of a theater.
どうも。
Hello. He bows his head a little to say hi to us and starts putting his equipment together. He never lets anybody touch his equipment. He reconstructs his equipment by himself, and it's hard to tell the difference from metal scrap. One time somebody accidentally threw his equipment in garbage. Next, Agi comes in. She's the youngest member of our band and the vocalist.
ヘラ、顔が死人みたいに真っ白やで。ちゃんと食べてんの？
I'm feeling tired because of the heat. Don't come late as if you're supposed to. She ignores me.
あれ？ケイタは？
She's always late and never feels bad about it. She's 30 minutes late today and doesn't even apologize. Then she asks for the drummer like she's upset that he's late.
ケイタは今日は体調崩したから休むってさ。さっき電話があった。
マジ？ライブが終わったばっかで気抜けてるんかな。まったく困るわ。
Aki frowns. He was sweating during the last show. Maybe he caught a cold.
体調管理はしっかりしてくれんと。
偉そうに言ってるけど、お前こそたまには遅刻しないで練習に来いよ。スタジオ練習は限られた時間しかないんだって何度言えばわかるんだ？だいたいお前はな。
Who, me? Murakami continues.
ああ、はいはい。エロすんまへん。
Okay. He was still talking strictly with the lady.
またそんな言い方をして。浜には人の話を。
分かっとるんやから説教はやめてな。うちかて好きで遅刻しとるわけちゃうねん。村上にぐちぐち言われると頭が痛くなる。
しかしな。
ほら、時間がないんやろ。さっさと始めよ。
Agi grabs the microphone like it's the end of that conversation and starts testing. Our princess never listens to peasants like us. I smile at Murakami.
お姫様なんて可愛いもんじゃない。これはもう独裁者だ。俺はいつか自由革命を起こさなきゃならん。我々の人権のために。
We were planning to play an old song in our show. We ought to practice it together since we haven't been playing it, but it doesn't sound right without a drum. Then we decided to quit practice early and go to Kita's house. We need to tell him about our next practice date and stop being sick so much. Let's see how he's doing also. Okaji never hangs out with us privately and he's not coming today either. So Murakami, Aki, and I are going to his house. Kita lives close to the station. We stop at the supermarket on the way and got bananas, canned tangerine, and things like that for him. We don't have to try to look for his place. Kita shows up right in front of us. Something really big has to happen for him to skip practice. We imagine he must have been really sick, but he seems to be healthy and he's wearing a suit like he's going out to party right now. He definitely doesn't seem to be sick. He finds us and raises his hand with guilty look on his face.
Huh?
Aki glares at Kita before saying hello.
いや、これは。
どういうことやねん。
Kita explains he's dressing like this to go to work and he continues like it's really hard to say.
俺、前のライブを最後に、もうバンドやめようと思ってるんだ。
やめる？
バイト先に就職するんだ。
なんでそんな急に？
誘われたんだ。俺バイト先で結構認められててさ、それで社員になったら給料上げてくれるって言うんだ。だから就職しようと思って。手取りで30万なんだぜ。それにチップが大きいから、それも入ればもっと収入は増えるはずなんだ。
そんなん知らんわ。
分かってくれよ。期待されてるんだ。こんなのめったにないことなんだよ。
Keita keeps making excuses, but Aki is completely upset with him. She's glaring at them and not saying anything. I feel the tension between us. But 300,000 yen? Wow! I try to take it lightly to ease the tension.
そうだろ。俺らみたいな経歴で最初から30万なんてこんな話。
Keita happily answers to me, but Aki stops him.
そういう問題ちゃうやろ。
The fact that he lied. Don't get upset like that. What can we do? She ignores me and closes in on Keita.
じゃああれか、ケイタ、今日は仮病やったんか。このままサボってバックれるつもりやったんか。
If that's the case, then I can understand her honestly. Keita looks down and scratches his head.
そういうつもりじゃないんだよ。行こうと思ってたんだけど、このことをどう説明したらいいかわからなくて、俺もここ何日かやめるか続けるかずっと迷ってたし、前のライブも楽しかったし、このバンド好きだし。
好きならやめんでええやん。
そうは言っても、でもさ、俺には才能とかないし、いくら考えてもこのまま音楽やってたって未来なんか。
うるさいわ。
Aki doesn't let Keita finish until the end and glares at him again. She looks mean. Keita looks at her eyes.
そりゃ秋はやっていけるかもしれないけど、俺は無理だよ。自分でも分かってるんだ。俺には音楽の才能がないって。だから。
うるさい言うてるやろ。
ちょっとは聞いてやったらどうだ。
Murakami can't take it anymore.
村上は黙っとって。あんな才能があるとかないとか簡単に言うやつうち大っ嫌いや。偉そうに。そんなのやるだけやってからいいや。何が秋はやっていけるかもやねん。うちかって毎日必死なんやで。
I want to say if you're so desperate every day like that, why don't you come to practice sometime? But I'm not seeing it. I know she'll get mad at me. Keita is feeling threatened, but he continues.
そうかもしれないけど、でもこのまま続けていくのは俺にはもう無理なんだよ。こんなこと言いたくないけどさ、やっぱ辛いんだよ。
Keita is beaten into the ground.
金も時間もなくて先も見えなくて、何も変わらないまま時間ばっかり過ぎていく。同い年の奴らはどんどん就職してまともな人間になっていくのに、俺はいつまで経ってもまともになれない。根なし草みたいに食うや食わずの生活だ。限界だよ。このまま年を取っておっさんになったところを想像するとゾッとするんだ。テレビや新聞じゃ毎日みたいに中年の不老者だとかの記事を流すし、いつかああなるのかと思うと。
うん、確かにそれは俺もよく思うな。
Murakami agrees so peacefully. I bet he's going to say that's our rock and roll way of life or something.
ごめんな。俺これ以上自分を信じてバンドを続けていくことはできないよ。
He wipes his eyes. He has a habit of crying when the scene becomes dramatic. By the way, this character and the poor boy face he has stimulates certain types of women, so he's quite popular. Aki can't push it anymore, so he starts crying in front of her. She breathes deeply and lowers the tone of her voice.
そないなこと言うたかて。あんたのバイト先違法カジノやんか。就職した言うても先が見えるわけないやろ。
でも金は入るよ。見てよこのスーツ、イタリア製なんだぜ。こういうの着られるの嬉しいことなんだなって最近気がついちゃったんだよ。だからさ、俺もうバンドはできないよ。やっぱりみんなみたいに車乗り回したりいいところで酒飲んだりしたいんだ。ごめんな。 もう無理なんだよ。
Keita's voice is starting to be hoarse again.
アホな男や。
Aki turns away from him and spits it out.
もう知らん。さよなら。
She goes back the way he became. Now we're in silence again. Keita starts sobbing in the street and makes us feel bad. People are looking at us. It looks like we're picking on him. Murakami and I look at each other. Here, you eat this, okay? I bought a plastic bag full of food we just bought by his feet.
前島くん、ありがとう。
Keita looks at me with his watery eyes. His eyes are very sexy, even though my eyes and there's a rumor of him being gay. His eyes are very sexy, even to my eyes, and there's a rumor of him gay. Oh, okay. It's kind of hard to see the text, so I'm gonna be honest. And there's a rumor of him being gay. It does act questionably from time to time, so I'm scared of him in some way. This is one of the reasons he has female fans. Well, good luck with your job. I step backward to pull the hem of Murakami's shirt.
そのバナナうまいやつだぞ。
Up the ass. Keita looks at Murakami with his watering eyes. Bye now. Did she Aki right away? Aki is waiting for us by the station.
しかし月30万は羨ましい。
Murakami mumbles as he drinks a can of juice. You sound really envious. Murakami looks up.
だって羨ましいからな。お前今月バイト代いくらだった？
150,000 yen?
結構稼いだな。俺は13万だ。二人合わせても足りないな。30万か。それだけあったら週に2回は焼肉食えるだろうな。
You know what? I'm kind of curious. How much is 300,000 yen? Pounds? Oh, 1,500 pounds. Okay. That's very good. Murakami sighs.
辛気臭い話せんでくれる？
She turns around to protest us.
だって30万はでかいぞ。
30万30万って何度もうるさいわ。とにかくな、こんな形で抜けるなんてありえへんのや。バンドの絆は地位よりも濃いはずやのに。
Thicker than blood? You sound like the mafia. I get her, but she glares at me.
ヘラはすぐそうやって茶化す。メンバーが抜けたんやで。なんでそんな平気でおれんねん。
Wait. I don't particularly like the sound of it. I want her to stop calling me that, but she's not willing to do so.
うちケイタがあんなオカマ野郎やとは思わんかった。
Aki sighs.
おいおい、確かにケイタは怪しいけど、また同性愛者と決まったわけじゃ。
I know who cares who he is.
そういう意味ちゃうわ。信用を裏切ったっちゅうのが問題なんや。
Then why did you call him before? Because you could have just continued calling him an idiot. I wonder if it's because she's from Kansai.
しかし、そんなにムキになるなんて。アキはケイタをそれだけ信用していたんだな。
Murakami doesn't care about being scolded. Aki frowns. Don't be so upset about Aki. I'm glad Kira told us about things hard for him to talk about. And good for him that he got a job.
ヘラ。でもケイタの選んだ道は裏稼業やんか。
I mean, it depends on what he's gonna do, because, you know. Right. I don't think it's a good thing, but everybody does that. It doesn't surprise me or makes me upset now. Being in a band costs a lot. We rent studio to practice, we buy equipment to make sound, and we rent a car to move them from place to place. We have pre-sale tickets to have shows, we need to pay for restaurants to have meetings. What about the member fee for the after-practice parties? We pay out that to play, but it's not guaranteed that we make money off of it. Most of us don't even make money. So we work part-time to pay for the fees, but if you choose a job which only pays you 1,000 yen per hour, you'll be suffering. To make a living and pay for the cost of the band with that kind of hourly rate, imagine how many hours you need to work. A lot of us chose to work differently, trying to make the most out of the time. In that case, lots of us end up working in the shades of society. A hostage job or prostitution for girls. Guys don't have choices like girls, but they still have a choice of selling bootleg DVDs or being a tester for pharmaceutical companies. A matchmaking website is good for both men and women. It's easy for us to get completely hooked once you have a leg into it. They quit the band but still live in the shady world. I've seen many cases around me. It doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. It's not just Keita. I've seen a few of them die for a stupid reason. This is much better compared to that. It's a cliche way of life for a young man dreaming to make it in the big city. Not just for the musicians, but for everybody else too.
やっぱりお金を手にしちゃうと人って変わるのかな。いや、それともこの大都会のきらめきが心を惑わせてしまうのだろうか。夢というのは頭の中で思い描いているうちが一番幸福なのかもしれないな。
Not unless you work hard towards your dream. But even then, life sometimes can make your dream go straight into the trash can. So, I don't know. Murakami to look serious? Well, the world is out for sure. A lot of rockers who make it to the top in Japan are from rich families. Murakami Sykes exaggeratedly.
ほんまあんたらのそういう敗北主義にはうんざりやわ。金がないよね。一番大事なのはハートや。ケイタはそのハートが腐ってん。これはめっちゃ悲しいことやと思うねん。
Now, think about it positively. You know how Killer was stressed out? It's a wonderful way of resolving his problem, not going to networking, business, or cults or drugs, or even suicide. Whatever he chose to do, it's not a bad decision to get a real job. It's a good second to going back home and take over the family business.
どこがポジティブな考えや。
Aki frowns.
しかしバンドマンが普通の幸せと程遠いのは確かだからな。あいつは幸せになりたかったんだろう。
Murakami tries to calm her down.
あんな仕事のどこが幸せやねん。だいたいな、うち幸せになるって言い方そのものが大っ嫌いや。
Aki bites back. Wow, how funky. I laugh, but Aki ignores me.
そもそもなるってなんや？すごろくの上がりか。上がりやったら死んでしまうやんか。幸せはなるもんやない。感じるもんや。それを忘れて形だけ追い求めとったら、何したって何になったって何を手に入れたって一生不幸やで。あいつはアホな道を選んだんや。
I feel what you want to say, but Kida didn't think like that. It's not like to be scolded about. Everybody has their own opinions.
せやったらヘラはバンド勝手にやめてこれでええと思ってんの？
Well, it's better than just... It's better than if he kept everything to himself and just he quit it like without telling you guys. Well, not like this time like which we have scheduled shows soon. But I don't think anything about him quitting. It's not for us to say it's good or bad. He decided for himself that that's his problem now. Casino or whatever.
ヘラは冷たいわ。本人が選んだんやからどうなってもええっちゅうこと？
I meant if he wants to do what he chose to do, then he shouldn't have regrets whatever happens to him.
同じ意味や。
Completely different.
そんなんへりくつやわ。
I said exaggeratedly to make you annoying. Aki glares at me. Murakami stops us.
そうだな。今確かに前島は冷たかった。それに対して秋はとても優しいし正しい。確かに友人が裏社会にのめり込むのは止めてやらないといけない。それが愛だ。
そうなっちゃうけど。
So it is, huh? Aki looks down in embarrassment.
でもな、ケイタは根本からして間違っとると思うんや。確かにバンドは今は金にならんかもしれんけど、いつまでもそうとは限らんやんか。一緒に頑張ってればなんかチャンスがあるかもしれへん。でも諦めたらもう絶対確実に終わりやんか。
You say that now.
ヘラはまだ文句あるの？
Yeah, I don't know which is better. Maybe we might have new turns in the future. But it's also a good move to return before you get hurt too bad.
結果ダメやったとしてもとことんやった方がええと思う。
I'm sure that's right. But not everybody agrees with that. There's no one truth. It's about each of us, so do I want to choose and I think that the decision should be respected?
そんなの無責任や。
Of course. I'm not taking responsibility of Kita's life.
全部取れとは言わへんけど、関わったんやからちょっとずつはお互いに対して責任あると思うね。
Oh yeah?
そうやと思う。つうか、ヘラはうちの言うことに何でも反対なんやね。
Aki sighed sadly. I don't mean to do that.
だって。
お前らこんな道端で激論すんな。さっきから通行人が見てるぞ。
Murakami cuts in again. Aki gives Murakami an unhappy look.
ま、お前らがどうしてもやりたいならやってもいいが、俺はもう帰る。暑くてたまらん。
Then Murakami starts walking to the station. I don't want to fight with her. I don't even think we're fighting. What do you want to do? I ask Aki.
うちも帰るわ。なんか疲れた。帰って寝る。
She chases Murakami. I want to fall into the bed as soon as I got home, but I can't do that. I have one more thing to do before going to sleep. I have to find a drummer to replace Keita. I copy the names and phone numbers of the drummers from my cell phone to look for a person to ask. Our show is coming up. We don't have enough time to practice. There are only a few that I know who are good enough to play original songs in short period of time. I'm troubled. I don't know enough people in this industry. I should have spent more time getting to know lots of bands. Rock is not about hanging out together. They're the one and only band, Murakami says. I don't have that kind of small mind, but I just don't have friends. I can't let anybody else in the band do this though. Okaji is not good at talking to people, and Aki doesn't feel the need to talk to other people. So either Murakami or I have to do it. Keita is the one who has good relationships with others. But he's the one who quit this time, so he can't use his connections. I don't care if they quit, but I want to drinks, I want to take over their position. I feel annoyed at Keita now. So I need to come up with a good idea, but my head is not working. Sugar. I probably used all my energy working, so I need sugar. I nibble on a chocolate I find at the desk. Then I feel a cold shiver coming out of my back like I just ate poison. I feel like vomiting and can't eat anymore. My body does not take food lately. The stomach is not the only place going bad. I feel lots of things going bad. My ears are ringing and I always have a fever. Maybe it's because of summer. I don't have an air conditioning system, so the humidity must be influencing my body. I stay up late all the time, so I don't have a certain rhythm of life, and I don't eat well. I wasn't like this before. The problem I have is that my body is not moving or my brain is not moving. I don't have much of a brain, but it kills me if it doesn't work completely. The brain uses a lot of calories. I tried drinking juice to get more sugar, but I don't feel it's working. I feel like I'm losing consciousness whenever I do anything lately. The human body breaks easy once something small goes wrong. It's too much to take care of. I grab a candy and throw it in my mouth instead of eating chocolate and start thinking about the new drummer. What? Where the fuck are... Fucking bird just smashed into my fucking window and just flew away. My address is old, some people disappeared and some quit playing. The world changes so fast. There's always newcomers coming in, but same amount retires. Even if you sell lots of albums, it's so easy to disappear. Just like Yagihara-san from Star Generation. I know he formed a new band after he broke up. Star Generation! But I didn't hear anything after that. I don't know what he's doing now. Apple Cycle Mania made it into 50th year in the world we live in. If you work at some company for 5 years, you might still be one of the younger ones, but this is a really long time for amateur bands like us. I don't see anybody from older bands than us. Our Happy Cycle Mania is a rock band with a little comical taste to it. We don't try to be comical, but we just end up like that. We've been playing together all along, and we have some audience. We did a few tours. I hate to brag about it, but we're quite popular around here, and that's what makes us going. But even if we can't put up a strong face to young bandsmen, we're a baby in front of reality. We're like someone little bit better than part-time workers. We're not good at calculating money, and there's no way we can get the upper hand no matter how many times we calculate about it. I understand Kita feeling like that. I'm sure it's so hard for a person who moved from their small towns wanting to become a superstar in a big city. Aki is criticizing Kita, but Kita and Aki have different purposes and goals. It's not right for Aki to criticize him like that. The good thing about Aki is that she enjoys the shows. She doesn't care about anything else besides shows. Keita thinks more about offstage and that's why he left. Keita is normal. To be honest, I'm more worried about Aki than Keita getting a job in a shady society. She doesn't have a family. She has nothing to lose besides shows, and even if she lost something, she wouldn't care. Wait, you know what? I'm gonna get to the it's so scary. Yeah, cause situation episode a little bit right now. Didn't she have like a couple of Yakuza like with her? I guess she just eventually stopped hanging out with the people from Yakuza. I don't know. Honestly, Kira talks about being successful as a band. It's because she wants to sing on a bigger Stage rather than money or fame. Aki's not serious about anything besides singing, and that's what I'm worrying about. That's besides the point. What I need to do now is to find a drummer for the next show. I call around for an hour, but nothing is going well. Even if they listen to me, they have other shows going somewhere so they can't play. I'm not sure if they are not taking me seriously, but the timing is bad too. There are lots of events going on right now. If the band is enthusiastic, they'll be busy with their own thing. My hopes vanish in front of my eyes and I call Murakami. I'm hoping Murakami might have found someone already. But it vanishes in front of me. Murakami complains he can't find anyone. Our sighs sink.
普段そんなに忙しくもないくせに、夏だからって急に全員予定が入ってるのはやっぱり不自然だ。そんなに俺らのライブに出たくないのか？
Murakami is upset. This looks unnatural.
なあ前島、俺らもっとフレンドリーに他人に接しようぜ。人に愛される努力をしよう。なんだか俺、自信が完全になくなっちゃったよ。
He sighs, but I'm wondering about what kind of confidence he had until now.
そういえば知ってるか？
Murakami changes the subject? What?
秋のことだ。あいつメジャーのレコード会社から誘われてるって噂なんだが。
Never heard of it?
そうか。だったら教えてやろう。ソロの歌手としてメジャーデビューしないかって誘われてるんだってさ。
Wow, it stinks, but that's great if it's true.
こないだメジャーデビューした渋谷のピーターパンが CD かなり売ってたろ。あれと同じプロデューサーらしい。あそこのボーカル、秋のことをめちゃくちゃ尊敬してるし、そこから耳に入ったんじゃないかな。
Now we're talking.
そうだろう。きっとそうしたらあいつ行っちゃうだろうな。もっと広いところで歌えるとか誘われたらイチコロだろう。バンドもこんな状態だし。まずいな。なんとか引き止められないかな。
Why do you want to keep her? It's a great thing.
そりゃそうなんだけどさ。でもソロなんだぜ、ソロ。俺らは用なしなんだぜ。
Oh yeah, that sucks, for sure. It's easier to sell a singer than a whole band. The bands are not cool anymore. I guess he understands me differently than me. He lowers his voice in worry.
お前、いつもからかってるけど、本当にアキナ嫌いなのか？
No way, she looks like a sadist, but she's a masochist. It's just fun to pick on her.
それも歪んでるが。
Shut up.
とにかくさ、嫌いってわけじゃないんなら、もっとこう反応があるだろう。アキはうちのバンドの看板じゃないか。
Yeah, but whoever has the talent and power to go up needs to take the chance when they have it. It's too bad if she has to rot her talent in our band.
わかってはいるんだよ。だけれど、どうも納得いかなくてな。だってめちゃくちゃだったあいつを一人前のボーカルにしたのは俺たちじゃん。
Right, she was bad at first, but it's her who grew out of it.
そうだけどさ、それに、ちょっと寂しいじゃんか。
Murakami seems to be frightened of Aki leaving us. I think it's a good thing.
お前、めげないんだな。
What are you talking about? I'm just going to do what I should be doing, whether we have Aki or not. We did okay before Aki came, so we can do it after she's gone. I'm sure we'll have less crowd, but who cares?
まあ、そうだな。
But Murakami, you can quit if you want to.
やめる？バンドか？
Aren't you getting there too? Don't your parents bug you about the liquor store?
まあ、ちょっとはな。だけど詳しいな。お前、うちの親と仲良くしてるのか？
No, I just guessed. You shouldn't make your parents worry.
それは重々承知だが、俺はまだ辞めるつもりはないな。だけどさ、もし辞めるとしたら、お前はどうするんだ？
I guess I'll do some more. Maybe find a band that will let me in.
そうか。
I don't know. Maybe get a real job. I don't care. For me, I'll just do whatever.
適当なやつだな。
So if you want to quit and don't mind about me, there's no meaning to it if you're playing when you don't want to. Wanna come and stop talking about the subject? But if we talk about the next show when I lay on the bed after I hang up the phone, I try to think about what I need to do. I need to find a drummer. We can't do a show without drums. Maybe Aki is quitting soon. We need to think about that as well. It will be harder to fill her spot than finding a drummer. Our band is like your band now. We need to start from scratch if she leaves. It's been 3 years since she came into the band. She stayed longer than I imagined. I thought she'd do quit in no time at first. She is the youngest in our band, but her attitude is bad. Her hairstyle used to be a bad one. She cut herself. She looked like she just ran away from a mental hospital. Nakami had a long beard at the time. It didn't go too well. He was said by the police all the time. He's taken for a homeless. What did I do then? I was gonna say is kind of have like the same situation, but you know, I shave. People still think I might on drugs or homeless. I mean, if it's like people who are trying to help out the homeless, I mean, I don't mind, but it's just like randomly, but people I'm just kidding. At this point, I just turn my mind off and just continue on with the shopping and go home, honestly. About the same, nothing has changed anyways. You know, before that, I'm always like this, but I'm a little bit older now. I don't have to change at all. I remember I liked Indian movies, and that's all I watched. And the girl from the video store was really cute. Oh, it's not a time to be thinking about this. I'm thinking about something totally different now. They say when you can't focus on one topic, it means your brain is tired. It applies to me, and I also feel sleepiness rolling over me. Maybe I should sleep a little. Then I'll continue. I'm sure my brain will be nice and clear when I wake up, and I come up with bright ideas just like that. I'll think about what I need to do to keep our band. Anyway, I need to rest now. I think I slept for a bit, but I wake up soon. My head is not clear and the light is shining on my head. I left the lights on. I can hear the rain pouring outside. This thin ceiling doesn't cancel any noise. Is this what woke me up? I got out to turn the light off, then I realized there's someone in my room. A small person. Could it be one of our siblings by any chance? Sitting on the carpet, swaying your head. I can't see the face since this person is wearing a long sleeve hoodie over the head. This person is wearing long sleeves in the middle of summer. Maybe this person doesn't have an umbrella. Her clothes is wet with rain. I don't understand. Did a kid come into my room to avoid the rain? Yoink. I know I locked the door, but I can't trust this since the apartment is so old. This person sleeping in my room didn't bother me. Sleeping in doesn't seem to be dangerous, but I'm not sure if I can let this person keep sleeping in my room. This person wakes up as I'm thinking of what to do and drops her eyes. Dan looks up at me. I'm really confused.
ごめんね。鍵が開いてたから勝手に入っちゃった。
She looks sorry. I can't mistake this face and expression. The lock is broken. You can open it if you pull really hard.
そっか、ボロいんだね。
She laughs. It's... Karate... Sheila.
久しぶりだね。元気だった？
Yeah, I'm okay.
私も元気だったよ。
Karate says happily. Wow, hey, hold on. I stop her? If my memory is correct, Karate Sheila is not fun, but she died.
じゃあ記憶が正しくないんだよ。
She smiles and denies me instantly. I just don't know what to think of it.
でも死んじゃったって思ってても仕方ないかも。隠してたから。
What do you mean hiding?
あのね、すごくいろんなことがあったんだ。
Karate starts telling me. To make a long story short, Karate was taken to the hospital on the night of the fire. Yeah. Her condition was unstable. She was walking the thin line between here and there in ICU. But she came back in the morning. Her consciousness came back by that afternoon. But then, but the future didn't look good even if she got well. So had to adapt. Their father was arrested. He had nowhere to live, and Karate couldn't start working anytime soon. Kashiwara's grandfather, Matsusuko, came to rescue them.
このままじゃどうしようもないからもう世間から隠れた方がいいっていうの。
So they all changed their names and started a new life as different people with the help of Kashiwara's grandfather.
だからね、最初から死んだりなんかしてないよ。
She sounds confident, but wait a minute. That can't be true, because I did hear the doctor declare you dead at the hospital that night.
それがおかしいんだよ。きっと変な夢でも見ちゃったんじゃないの？
Better be. It can't be.
だって鹿くん病院来てないもん。火事の連絡して駆けつけてくる途中に事故に遭って自分が入院したんだよ。
What? Me?
そうだよ。覚えてない？雨の中車にひかれて頭打っちゃったの。
I remember falling, but I didn't get run over.
ひかれたんだよ。それで1ヶ月くらい入院してね。私も見舞いに行ったけど意識なかったんだ。
So you're telling me that I hit my head and that's why my memory is wrong?
そうかも。それ以外にもいろいろ変な障害とか出てるかもしれないね。一度病院に行ったらいいよ。それで何が本当で何が記憶違いだかちゃんと調べてみるといいよ。
Maybe I should, yeah. I may be crazy, but that's way on my head.
だってね、私が死んだなんてそんなのあるわけないじゃん。そうだ、後でお家に電話してみたらいいよ。鹿くんの両親はちゃんと鹿くんが病院に入ったこと覚えてるから。
I can't believe it, but I have to not for now. I asked her what she's been up to lately. She says she's working as a different person under a different identity.
すごいんだよ。私今ね、大きな会社に入ってパソコンで書類作ったり、電話でお客さんにアンケート取ったりしてるんだ。
She seems to be proud. I hope you're not lying. Well, I'm glad you're doing fine, but why didn't you tell me sooner? Why did you show up now?
おじいちゃんがね、昔の知り合いには会わない方がいいって言うから、それでサリナちゃんにも秘密にしてたんだ。だけど私もね、寂しくて鹿くんとかみんなにこっそり会いに行こうと思った時もあるんだよ。だけどやけどがいっぱいできてお化けみたいになってたから会うのが怖くて。
Just leave some of her down to her rest and smiles.
でもこないだまた手術してね、やっとやけどの跡が消えてきたから鹿くんに会いに来ちゃったんだ。でもエッチはダメだよ。この服の下はまだすんごいんだ。こんなに暑いのに半袖が着られないんだもん。あとそうだ、サリナちゃんにも誰にも私が会いに来たの内緒だよ。本当はまだ誰とも会っちゃダメなんだから。
Kirari points her index finger on her lips. I'm so confused. I just stare at her and she smiles at me. This is exactly what I've been dreaming. I heard the rain even harder. My room seems like a small boat and we're pushed into the river. I don't move at all. I don't make any decisions. I'm just waiting for a change.
ねえ鹿くん、
Kirari starts like she's bored of silence.
鹿くん今バンドやってるんでしょ。私ね、こないだこっそりと鹿くんのバンドのライブ見に行ったんだよ。
Yeah? I asked her vaguely.
客席からステージの鹿くん見るの初めてだったけどかっこよかった。村上くんはなんか汚い格好になっちゃって自己紹介するまで気がつかなかったよ。あとボーカルの女の子すごく可愛いね。私がいない間にあの子と浮気しちゃった。ねえ鹿くんは今さ。
I'm gonna start telling her what I've been doing as she asks. But it's not that dramatic. I've been playing in the band and that's it. After karate was gone, I flunked the exam. After graduation, I just sat in my room doing nothing. Not getting a job or not trying to take the exam the following year. Then Murakami asked me to be in the Cycle Mania. I started living alone, changed a lot of part-time jobs, and it's been 5 years. Maybe this is all wrong if I'm crazy. And at the end, Karate laughs.
合ってるんじゃないかな。でも鹿くんずいぶん適当に人生を送っちゃったんだね。
Well,
もしかして私のせい？
Karate looks into my eyes. I step backward. No, not really. I'm just that type of person. I don't regret it either. Nothing's been going on in my life, but it's fun every day. Karate frowns.
鹿くん疲れてるの？
Why?
なんだか投げやり心配だよ。
You think? Well, maybe I sound like that because I'm still confused. Can I ask you more? Karate nods.
今夜はまた会えてすごく嬉しいよ。
She wants to take a shower before we start talking, since she's feeling uncomfortable being wet in the rain. I tell her where the bathroom and towels are.
覗かないでね。
Okay. She closes the door. And what if she's able to find out how to get the hot water? But I hear the set of shower from the bathroom soon. I drink water and decide to clear my hand. I don't believe it, but this has happened in front of me. It's real. The most reasonable scenario in this situation is me having the wrong memory. I still can't let go of the inconsistency, but maybe Karate can explain it for me later. Unless we're actually just dying and she's been waiting for us or something, which in that case it would be really... I know what I'll be doing. I'll be crying a lot. Again. I was shocked to learn that my memory is not correct, but the best thing out of this is Karare not being dead. Yeah. She has a future as long as she lives. It makes my heart race when I think about it. Oh well, I'll let myself giggle like that today. The future and the sparkle of life I thought I lost at that moment come back to me today. My days are fun now, but it's nothing to compare to how I used to feel back then. I never thought about it, and I don't have any dissatisfaction about my life now. But now that she's back, I start realizing the fun we had in school is the true joy of my life, and the fun I have now is like the joy of a zombie. I can come back to my life if Kirari is here with me. I'm sure the past 5 years have been hard for her as well. I'm confident that I can accept whatever she's been doing the time we're apart. The time we're going to build together will be wonderful. I just know it. We need to talk to cover the time we've been apart. I'm waiting for her to come back from shower thinking about what and how I should ask her questions. She's not coming back. What's going on? She's not the type of person to take a long shower. I can still hear the water running. Did something happen during the shower? I stand up. She says not to peek, but I can't wait any longer. I open the door of the bathroom. The bathroom lights have been turned off and it's dark inside. I turn the lights on to see everything has been the way it used last. It's not even wet. Then I realized the sound of shower I thought I heard is the sound of rain on the ceiling. She wasn't taking a shower at all. Then where can she be now? I look at the door to see the door is locked from inside. I go back to the room feeling nervous about not understanding the situation. Then I touch the carpet. The place she's been sitting. Her clothes were so wet she said her underwear was wet. But the carpet is completely dry. Then I realize, yes, my head is missing the reality. But it's not my memory been mistaken for a long time or anything like that. I see. I knew it. I feel my emotion wash away my consciousness if I don't see anything. So I say it out loud. My voice sounds numb. I wondered if my heart is still alive deep inside to see things happen like this. I think I knew. I'm not going to be saved. I have to pay a high price for seconds of dream. I feel an aftershock as tidal waves rushing to my chest. I feel my heart sinking deep down, deep in hell at this point. I usually talk well, but I don't think I can talk from my own emotions today. I fell down on the spot, dragging my face to the floor, not making it back to my bed. I have a chest pain. I think it will show an x-ray if I take one now. Oh shit. This is embarrassing, but what can I do? It's detailed just right to make me believe. I see it right in front of my eyes. Sure, it makes me want to let go of a few things. Doesn't anyone? I wonder why dreams pinpointed the weakest point in my heart. I don't even feel shocked to see a person die now. Oh, I can't breathe. This is really bad. Kira.
大村寿太郎です。よろしく。